Hello BookTube, it's Louise, the big head bookworm. How are you? Are you having a good day? I'm here with a cheeky little book haul. Yes, it was my birthday last month and I got some spends, and so unsurprisingly I treated myself to a few books, and I've been given some books as well. Oh yes, not for the birthday purposes, but just kind of here you are, which is just joyful. Let me show you them now. The first one, actually, I bought. Now, I think I got this with one of the books I bought for the Children's Award that I'm reading for. So I think this was a cheaper one. And it's called The Lie Tree by Frances Hardinge. Hardinge, it's an unusual name. I gather, it says here, when Faith's father was found dead under mysterious circumstances, she is determined to untangle the truth from the lies. Searching through his belongings for clues, she discovers a strange tree. A tree that feeds off whispered lies and bears fruit that reveals hidden secrets. It won the Costa Book of the Year last year, is classed as young adult, I believe. Spooky, bit gothic. Some people have loved it, some people have been disappointed, but I thought that looks pretty good. I probably won't read it straight away because I'm reading a lot of other children's books at the moment, so I'll probably need a little bit of distance, but it's there. And I'm thinking winter. Are you thinking winter? I'm thinking winter. A winter read. I bought this, you've seen this before, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, because I enjoyed her other series. The 2 books are out. And so there are 4 books in this series, Throne of Glass. I've read it. So therefore I went out and I bought Crown of Midnight, which is book 2. And then book 3, which is Heir of Fire. So I got those 2. So I'm moving on in that series. There are 4 out. I thought it was a completed series, but apparently there are going to be 6 in that series altogether. The 5th one comes out in September. So I got that. Then I went to a shop, and me and Benedict both got a book each. Got home, looked at the book and found out I'd bought number 7 in a series. And I read some reviews of it, which is unusual for me, but I read some reviews of it and it sounded bogging awful. So I took it back and said, I'm sorry, this is book 7 in a series and I haven't read the other 6. And they said, oh, exchange. And I went, lovely. So I picked up V.E. Schwab's A Darker Shade of Magic, which has been all over BookTube. The second in this series, Gathering of Shadows. Am I right? I think it is A Gathering of Shadows. Came out at the beginning of this year and I know a lot of people were talking about it. But V.E. Schwab's A Darker Shade of Magic. It's fantasy. Fantasy? Yes. Kel is one of the last travellers, magicians with a rare ability to travel between parallel universes connected by one magical city. There is Grey London, Red London, White London and Black London. So this is book 1 in it. And I've wanted it for a good year. It's been on my wish list for a good year. And so when I decided, I was going to exchange this other book, which I'm not going to mention because I haven't read it and I haven't got it and I don't want to diss something I haven't read. I also took the opportunity to get the 4th in that series, the Throne of Glass series. So that's Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. So let me show you how lovely this looks. I think they could have made it a bit more exciting, but I think it's always pleasing. Do you find that pleasing? Are you like that? I'm like this. I find it pleasing when you get kind of like that. That'll look nice on the shelf, won't it? So yes, I'm pleased with that. So I've got all of that series. Thumbs. I picked this up. I've been looking for this for ages, and I looked at it several times. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by Newt Scamander. J.K. Rowling, really. Part of the 2 books that she wrote for Comic Relief charity, Quidditch Through the Ages and Fantastic Beasts. This is coming out in the film November? I think it is November. And I don't want it in its film tie-in jacket at all. I don't want anything film. I want it in this traditional. And it's never out, you can't ever get it in a collection or anything like that. And then when I saw it was part of a buy one for half price deal, I thought, oh, well, actually, I will get it. And also, we're listening to the first Harry Potter, The Philosopher's Stone, on audiobook in the car at the moment, so that all of us are listening to it. And it mentions it, and I thought, oh, that's so good, I must get it. So it's a very quick read, but yeah, so I've got that. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And in the deal, I picked up another book, which I had been eyeing up. It's The Fifth Gospel. It's a Vatican thriller. I love a Vatican thriller. You know me, I love a Vatican thriller. And the last one I read which was okay. It was okay. I'm not going to, knock it, but it didn't have enough religious conspiracy for me, really. Whereas this one sounds like it should have. A lost gospel, a relic, and a dying pope's final wish send two brothers, both Vatican priests, on a quest to untangle Christianity's biggest mystery. Well, that sounds cracking, doesn't it? It's The Fifth Gospel by Ian Caldwell, and that is out everywhere at the moment. I had it on my wish list, actually, so when I saw I could get that, when I'm in the mood for a thriller. The next three, which are the last three, are books that have all been given or lent. So I saw my mother-in-law last week, fantastic lady, just handed this to me and said, have you read this? No. So I got this in America. So this is the American edition. It's The Widow by Fiona Barton. It's a psychological thriller. It says on the back it's dark, twisty, compelling, enthralling, stunning, heart-stopping. Don't think I wanted to be heart-stopping. It's about a woman who stands by her husband when he is suspected of committing a brutal murder, a foul deed. Anyway, she stands by him, and now he's dead. She is the widow. Surely the truth will come out, or will it? Oh, that sounds good. So I really quite fancy that. So I was really pleased when she handed that over and said, you must read it, you'll really enjoy it. And I was like, lovely. And then we were talking about TV programmes, I think. And she said, oh, do you watch Wallander? And I was like, no, I have one of the books. I haven't read it yet. And she said, well, I have one of the books. Henning by Henning Mackell, The Man Who Smiled, which is a Wallander thriller, as you can see. Inspector Wallander. Scandinavian noir. I said, oh, I know, I've got one, but I haven't read it yet. She said, well, I've read this one and I'm not going to read it again. You have it. Fabulous. So I said, yes, I will do. So I shall pick that up. I shall see where it is in The Secret. And then this book, last book, was lent to me. And she's lent it to me with the words, it's by a friend of mine who lent it to me with the words of, I don't expect this back anytime soon. It'll take you a while. And it is The Women of the Golden Dawn, Rebels and Priestesses by Mary K. Greer. And it is about 4 of the founding members of the Order of the Golden Dawn, which was a Victorian secret society looking at new forms of spirituality and magic. And they dabbled and they played. And this is what it really influenced a lot of the literature and scientific breakthrough and new forms of thinking that came out in the Victorian era. The Golden Dawn, and I've wanted to read about it a bit more. And so when she passed that to me, she said, oh, it'd be brilliant. She said, it will take ages. So it took her a long time, and looking at it, it isn't a quick read. It is a real detailed history of these 4 women. So I look forward to reading that. So you won't be hearing me talk about it anytime soon, but I shall get to that and read that. So yeah, there we go. How fab. A cheeky little haul. I think you'll agree. There's some goodies there, aren't there? There's some goodies there. Oh yes. Right then. Have you read anything recently or have you got something recently that's just made you kind of think, whoa, has somebody lent you something? I love it when people lend me books. I'm always a happy girl. All right, BookTube, it's been delightful. Let's do this again. Bye.